Hello and welcome to this video, which is supposed to be and will be sort of a Valentine's-y kind of thing because it is Valentine's Day this weekend and we're going to make a cheesecake and go or watch a live stream from the Mischief Movie Night, but I'll explain all of that as and when we get to it. But things haven't quite gone to plan this week. And this is why me and Pete are in dressing gowns, because our boiler's on the blink. Yay! Woo!
And massive duvet on us.
Yes, Jeff is here, by the way. So yeah, something to do with a gas valve and a magnet or something like that.
Makes a horrible noise.
Yeah. So technically it's okay to use if we wanted to sit in the incessant racket.
But it's just a constant.
Although you said it didn't work the other day.
Yeah, well I tried it once, it didn't work.
We are at the coldest point of the year, of the last few years, and we have no heating.
Feels like -11 last night, it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, so we're wrapped up. We bought some heaters this morning, which are helping take the bite out of everything. We've got an immersion heater so we can still have some hot water, which is great, which means we can still have a shower.
Just have to wait like an hour and a bit.
Yeah. But it's not ideal to be sat very cold. Poor Jeff has been shivering, so every now and again we have to bundle him up. Last night wasn't a great night because we tried to have 3 of us in the bed, but then he got too cold. So he then had to go under the duvet. And we basically had to like sandwich him to warm him up. And for a little dog he takes up a lot of room and makes a lot of noise. So not ideal, but we're getting through it. Someone's supposed to come on Tuesday to fix it. Pete is struggling more than me, which is surprising because I am the cold one in this relationship.
Maybe that just means I'm not used to being cold, so when I am cold I struggle more.
Welcome to my world. On a unrelated but related note, we've also changed our energy provider this morning. We have gone green. We are now, or will be soon. Electricity is 100% renewable and our gas is going to be carbon offsetted. And it's cheaper than our British gas bill. Anyway, by what, 20 quid a month?
15.
15. So
might be more than that though, because we said 3 to 5 people in our household, which is not.
Yeah, we're not sure where we're supposed to be in their range. So, but they'll work that out as and when we've been with them for a few weeks. Yeah, we are both saving money and saving the planet, which leads me on to there's a little link in the description if you're interested. We've gone with Octopus.energy, which seems to be one of the only or better renewable energy providers, but that link means that you would get £50 off your bill and it would give us £50 off our bill. And at the moment we are using a lot, so we could do with that 50 quid because we've got a boiler to pay for, but it's there if you are interested. We only did it because Attenborough told us off and we looked into it and thought actually
Attenborough saving the planet as always.
Oh yeah, it's always Attenborough. We thought we're doing relatively well in the grand scheme of things, so I was assuming that being a renewable energy source would cost us more money. So we looked into it to see how much more it would be and then it was cheaper. So
well, we did pay more. We could have gone for the same company and gone for the non-renewable one.
How does that work?
Because there was a flexi one which just did the electricity, but you didn't offset the gas, and that was cheaper.
But that was still
It was like
renewable though, wasn't it? The
electricity, all electricity was, but only the plan we went more was the gas offset.
Yeah, which.
So we did pay more just to make
slightly more, but it's still cheaper than British gas, which is not using any renewable source that I know of anyway.
It might be for electricity today.
I don't think so.
Couldn't get through to anyone anyway, just ask them.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to talk to them even if you wanted to. So yeah, this is why me and Pete are actually sat together for once, and both in rather matching dressing gowns. I hadn't realised this.
Same similar colour.
Yeah, we're blues and reds. So, as I said, we are going to be making a cheesecake for Valentine's Day tomorrow. So I will bring you along for that. And we've got this movie night later. So I'll show you and talk to you about that as well. But for now, we are going to huddle.
And Greg's.
And get some warmth and wait for our Gregs to come because we feel like we deserve it. Screen is not working, as you know, so I don't know if I'm sharp, but we are going to make the chocolate cheesecake.
It's not on.
It's recording. The screen's just not on. This comes from an ancient Sunday Telegraph magazine, but we like it a lot.
It is the best recipe.
So, do you want to do the grating of the white chocolate or the crushing of the biscuits?
I'll grate some chocolate.
And you need to wash the grater.
That wasn't part of the deal.
I gave you the choice. Base is done. White chocolate grated. If you are going to do it, I don't know how you're going to do it, but use chocolate covered digestives, not chocolate chip cookies, because it's easier to crush. But anyway, this now has to go and sit in the fridge for a bit, and we need to do the dark chocolate bit and then the rest of the white chocolate bit. So there's a combination of creme fraiche, double cream and demerara sugar that got mixed together, and then it's been split half with the dark chocolate that's been melted. It also says that you can put in some Kahlua or Tia Maria, but we never do, we don't have it. And then half goes with the grated white chocolate with some vanilla extract. And then you get your base, and you're supposed to make it all artistic and dollop it on so that it's all marbled effect, but whenever I do it, it just comes out as a sort of brown mess, but it tastes nice.
It does come out a bit marbly.
Not really.
It does.
When you cut it, but not when it's on top.
How long does that need in the fridge?
It's fine, it can come out. So that's what we do, is we blob, smush, or shape before it goes back in the fridge. And that's ready for us to eat tomorrow because it will chill overnight. There you go. As I said, slightly brown sludge, but it does taste good. Now that's going to go and chill in the fridge until we're ready to eat it. Do you want to get the dinner out for tomorrow? At the freezer.
Yeah. And some burgers.
Yep.
Cool.
We got substituted the venison steaks to burgers. Due to the chill and the fact that we had to get the heaters to get going this morning and stuff like that, we were under duvets. Did some colouring in. I thought I'd show you my owl. So here it is. My owl. I think it looks kind of cool. I like it. So as I mentioned earlier, Pete and I are logging into the Mischief Movie Night In stream, and it's an improvised film basically. People have been tweeting in with their suggestions of characters and silly things, so we'll see what they choose and what they do with it. I am a fan of the improvised musicals, so hopefully this will be as good, but won't have as much singing because Pete's not into that kind of thing.
I don't mind singing, just not as a whole thing. Like a huge musical. I need there to be a storyline. Yeah.
There is in musicals.
More storyline than music. That's the more storyline than singing. Yeah.
So it's on the TV, although now they're showing NHS.
About 5 seconds.
We've got 30 seconds until it starts. So here's hoping it's going to be good. Happy Valentine's Day and all of that. We of course have been doing a little task, warming up, doing a little task. But because we've now completed the chores, we are going to celebrate and have a hot chocolate from the new fancy velvetizer.
With the bin in the background.
With the rubbish, because, you know, that's how we roll. So I actually got this last weekend and we had our first hot chocolate from it then. It was so good. And I've been thinking about this all week. So, bless you. So when I bought the velvetizer, I also got a box of sort of a selection. So today I'm going to have the vanilla white chocolate doodah and Pete's on milky. And it is the most easy and simple thing to do. You just pour the milk to the max line in the velvetizer, put in the chocolate and then let it do its thing.
And the same thing like last time, it was really nice.
Yeah, so this I've been looking forward to all weekend. Well, there we go. So one minor downside of it is that you can't make more than one mug of hot chocolate at a time, but it's not a problem really. It's like 2.5 minutes and it's done, so and at a really good temperature too. That one's good.
Is it good?
I like that one. That's going to go on the list.
Mine's darker. It's nearly milk chocolate. Wait, is it milk chocolate or white chocolate? That's milky.
Milky, it's milk chocolate.
I thought it was white chocolate, so.
It's just the one that you had last week of milk chocolate has slightly more chocolate content in it.
The one I had last week was brilliant, so.
You had normal last week and I had dark. Do you want to try it?
That's a good one. Very nice, yeah.
Milky's now ready.
It's really good. I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, after one sip, it's really good.
I like it, but I prefer the other one.
The 70% one's pretty better than 50, but at the same time, it is extremely good. So.
Is it 70? It's not 70. It is 70. Classic is 70. Yeah. I had 85 last week. I think you need to have... I can't think of the word I'm looking for. That one doesn't have a distinct enough flavour, I think.
It is really good. That is really good still. They're both good. It's amazing how it does come out like perfect temperature. You just drink it straight away and it's really nice and hot and warm. You have to wait for it and all that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this and I'll come back to you. So I'm just sat here editing this video and I realised that there are a couple of things I'd forgotten to talk to you about. So I thought I would do that now. First, I meant to say Happy New Year. We are now in the year of the ox. One of my best friends is Chinese, so I do try and keep up with it so that I can send him New Year wishes when it comes around. Although I did realise, like, last year or something like that, for my entire life, I thought I was a goat when it comes to the Chinese New Year animal thing. It's not zodiac, is it? That's something different. But it turns out I'm not. I'm a horse, which is 1990s animal. But because of where Chinese New Year falls, it's not always in the same place, and it can obviously be as late as the 12th of February. And it happened that 1990 and 1991, those 2 years, like now actually, had a late Chinese New Year. So I am in fact a horse and not a goat, as I've always believed. But this year we are in the year of the ox, and if you are a goat, you have to beware the ox. I can't remember why though. So that was the first thing that I wanted to share. Wanted to say Happy New Year. The second is, obviously I've forgotten to mention anything about the Mischief Movie Night In, which we watched last night. I really enjoyed it, but Pete is not really the person to do it with. He struggles with seemingly live theatre on our TV, I've noticed from bits that we've watched and from that. How it works is you log into the stream. Obviously there's a selection of people who I assume have paid more on Zoom, and then they can select the genre of the film, the location and the title. So we had a kung fu film set in a carnival called Enter the Elephant, and that in itself brought its own complications for the people doing the actors, the improvisers, because no one could agree what the way of the elephant was. So there was 3 people with their own separate ways of the elephant, trying to shoehorn it in. And then there was this man that kept coming on with trying to talk about boiled eggs and stuff. But yeah, as you can tell, the further you get into the story and things, the slightly sillier and more absurd it gets, as they have no idea where they're trying to take this. But I always think those things take loads of skill. To be that quick-witted and that quick thinking, and obviously you must have studied the art so much to know about how stories work and how different bits for different genres and all of this, that and the other. So I enjoyed it. Cost £10 for the stream, which I didn't think was too bad. They must be making a lot of money though, because you can have infinite amounts of people on that stream, it would appear. However, I think we watched one of the last ones. I think the weekend that this comes out is the last slots they have. However, I know they did this at the end of last year and then have brought it back for the beginning of this year. So just keep checking the website if you're interested, because they may release more dates. I'm gonna assume it depends on what's happening with the UK lockdown and restrictions and stuff like that, because they've obviously hired a theatre space, so if that theatre space can then be used for live productions, it will be, and all of that kind of stuff. But I liked it, and it's a different way to spend an evening rather than sat. I mean, we were sat watching the TV, but rather than sat watching TV. Make sense? Not really. Oh, and the third thing is obviously Tuesday's Pancake Day. For you it's past. But what do you put on your pancakes? I'm interested. Leave me a comment below on what you... Are you classic? Do you just go lemon and sugar? Me and Pete, we're a bit bougie, I guess. We go savoury first. So we have a cheese sauce with spinach in it and some Brunswick ham on a pancake. It's very nice. And then I've made Pete also go for a couple of sweet ones, in which he'll probably have Nutella and I'll have the Biscoff biscuit spread on it, which is really nice, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. This is like the first pancake day since we've been together, probably, that he's actually here on a Tuesday evening rather than playing tennis or something. We normally have pancake day like 3 days later when he's actually at home and can do it. But he has nowhere he can go this year, so we can actually have pancakes on pancake day. Which also means I should probably think about if I'm going to give anything or take up anything for Lent. I don't normally give up anything, I normally try and improve something. So last year I gave 30 things to charity. So I went through all my clothes and stuff and found it ended up being more, but like books and clothes and stuff, I made up a bag of 40, I should know this, my dad's a minister. 40 things for charity. Other times I took up lunchtime walking. So while I was at work and stuff, I made sure I went out at lunch, and then that's a habit that I kept up past Lent. So I need to have a think really if I'm going to do anything this year. I may not, just because of the situation. Again, if you've given anything up or taken anything up for Lent, let me know in the comments. I'm always interested. It gives me ideas for future years and stuff like that. Right, let's get back to editing this video. Dinner's served. We have a venison burger, chips, broccoli, and a Pete who made it.
It looks a bit weird. It's gluten free and I'm not sure it cooked perfectly.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's quite thin as well, so might be a lot of bread.
This is the cheesecake.
Square cheesecake.
It's square.
New trend.
It's probably not my best, but you can see at the side it's slightly marbled. For the first time that I'm not in a dressing gown in this entire vlog, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go and enjoy my cheesecake, start a new TV series, and that's probably the only way the night's going to go, but see where the night goes. So if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.